and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. This is Wildflower Mama Witch, and today I am really excited to bring to you self-care messages from your guides, your spirit team, your ancestors. These are just going to be messages meant to help you better love yourself, appreciate yourself, respect yourself, take care of yourself, all of that good stuff. So today is going to be a timeless reading. You can watch this whenever. It is currently being filmed at the beginning of February, so we do have Valentine's Day coming up. And if you are like me and you are a single Pringle, or you are just somebody who isn't looking for romance, or at this time, or you prefer to not have any romance at all ever, whatever your situation is, if you are just looking for some gentle self-love, self-care messages at this time, in this season that is usually focused more on relationships, then this is your reading. And even if you are in a relationship, whatever that looks like for you, you are still welcome to be here to find these self-love messages as well. So yeah, if you are new to pick a cards, stick around. If not, you can go ahead and jump ahead to your pile or piles. The timestamps will be down below. For people who are newer to this, you can pick one pile, two piles, all three, whatever floats your boat today. But I have pile number 1 with this nice polished rose quartz. I have this little chunk of amethyst for pile number 2. And I have this square of rose quartz that's a little bit more rough around the edges. So you can pick based off of the number of the pile, the timestamp of the pile, the crystal on it, the look of it, the vibe. Use your intuition, and of course you can never pick the wrong pile. Take what resonates in whichever pile or piles that you pick and leave what doesn't. And I will go ahead and take a few deep breaths if you would like to join me, to give you some time to pick which pile or piles you would like today. I don't know about you, but I really needed those deep breaths today. Felt really good. I've got some nice warm water. I've already had multiple cups of tea today, so I've just got some warm water. But if you would like to grab some tea, some water, some adult beverage, if that is what you like to do, whatever will make you feel most comfy and cozy and taken care of at this time. And let's go ahead and get on into your reading. Alrighty, pile number 1, this is your reading if you chose the lovely little rose quartz square. Before I even flip over your Moonology Manifestation Oracle card, I just want to take a second to make sure that right now you are feeling really comfortable. If you're not in a comfortable position, in comfortable clothing, I want you to pause and maybe come back to this video later if you need to, or go change into something more comfy, go sit on the couch, go lay in your bed. I really want you to get comfy and cozy right now in this moment for this message, but also that is a loud message for you today, pile number 1, for your self-love and self-care. I think that it's really important that you prioritize your comfort more, because as I was about to begin, I was wearing a sports bra because I was at the gym earlier, and it was just really bothering me, and I felt like I needed to take it off before I started doing your reading. And I'm sitting in a way that is a little bit different than I usually sit during readings. I'm kind of like curled up in a ball in my seat, like not quite crisscross applesauce, but just like I'm very like comfortable right now. I'm very relaxed, so I feel like that is a message that you are needing to hear right now, is that you really need to prioritize your comfort, whether that is your clothing or the positions that you're sitting in. Maybe grab some tea, like I said before in the intro, but I'll go ahead and flip this over now and see what you've got. Step up and lead. New moon in Capricorn. All right. I love that already. And then next I'm going to pick a Starseed Oracle card, and these are so pretty. These are not new to me, but I have never used them before. I just like finally opened them today. I put them on my shelf and then kind of forgot about them. Let's see. I'm gonna take this one. There we go. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Very interesting. And I will be reading from the book on that one, since these are a bit newer to me. But right away with the step up and lead, I feel like what I was saying about being comfortable, I think there's a little bit more to it than that. But I think when you prioritize your comfort and your well-being, and you really start to care for yourself more and love yourself more, I think that there are people around you who really need a good example of that. And when they see you doing that, and you know, being comfortable in your body, in your skin, in your clothes, in, you know, whatever you do, they see you really making all of those things a priority. They are going to start making it a priority themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and read that perspective card. See if I can, okay, it's in alphabetical order in the book, so that makes it easier to find. Okay, the book says, take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective. Shift your point of view and zoom out, out, out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, and pillaging the land and setting ourselves up for our eventual extinction. Sorry if I was reading a bit quiet. I'm going to try to be a bit louder. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed. We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most of the things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the known universe, and the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in this fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. Wow, that was deep. These cards are deep, but this one was like deep. And in the Starseed Soul Inquiry question says, how are you being called to change your perspective? So, wow. Okay. There's a lot there. when I was reading that, I got this feeling that you are possibly having some disputes with maybe family members. For some of you, could be friends, could be a partner, maybe like siblings, maybe even your children, some of you. But I feel like there is definitely some sort of like frequent misunderstandings. And with what I was saying with step up and lead, what I'm feeling like something that makes sense with this card for me is that when you lead by example, you just, people will then in turn hopefully do that as well. Does that make sense? Like, I'll use an example for me. I'm not going to say who, but I do have a family member who really gets on my nerves. We have very different opinions and beliefs, and we often go back and forth, have arguments, and I get annoyed because I feel like they like to push my buttons, but I will admit that maybe sometimes I push their buttons as well. So I feel like something that I could do to kind of like zoom out and is to find common ground, one, but also to just lead by example, to treat them how I want to be treated. Obviously, if use your judgment, use your intuition. If there's someone that you just like shouldn't have in your life anymore, don't have them in your life anymore. But there are certain people who we have to have in our lives for whatever reason. So if that is the case for you, I just would really like, none of these little arguments matter. None of them are going to do anything. But when they see you making a difference in your own life, when they see you just doing things rather than like you saying things or trying to make a point or arguing, that's something that I feel like is going on for somebody. And really, I think that card was just so beautiful. Like, this is just like a tiny little dot amongst so much else. So it's really important that when you are caring for yourself, you realize that by taking care of yourself, you are taking care of the people around you. When you take care of the people around you, you take care of the people around them. Sorry about that. I was like, yes. When, it's just like, it's a butterfly effect, a ripple effect. Everything, goes out and beyond and, just sends out more and more and more of the good vibes, Oh, sorry, I keep knocking into the camera, my bad. Okay. So now I am going to pull a couple of tarot cards. This is my Mermaid Tarot, and I just wanted to kind of get some clarification or further messages for these two cards that we have here for pile number 1. Self-care messages, how they can love themselves more, respect themselves more, appreciate themselves more. Okay, ooh, yes. Wow, this is beautiful already. Oh my gosh. Okay, so right away, beautiful, love it. With the 7 of Wands coming out, this makes a lot of sense. I do think that there is you're feeling like attacked. You're feeling like all eyes are on you. You're not feeling very confident in your like passions or your creativity and what you're wanting to create and bring into this world right now, because somebody isn't doesn't believe in it, somebody isn't a fan of it, somebody might have told you, even if it was a long time ago, you're still holding on to this belief of like, what are people gonna say, what are people gonna think, and you're just really, feeling attacked. But I think that with the perspective shift, like this this person right here is in the mermaid's territory, and so I think that makes a lot of sense with common ground being a theme of the perspective shift. This mermaid and this mermaid and this person, they need to find a common ground. But right now, the mermaids are feeling like, what are you doing here? And this person is feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm under attack. So there's just really, it's a misunderstanding. And, it's something that it needs to be worked through. But with the Moon card and the High Priestess card, I just feel like that's really beautiful with Step Up and Lead, because the High Priestess is quite the leader. There are full moons on both of these cards, and there's very much this like energy of flowing and like magic and creation, and I feel like you are being called to, again, step up and lead, but to share your perspective, to share this gift that you have. There is something that you have been hiding because, again, you feel like you're being backed up into this corner, you feel like you need to hide, you feel like you're under attack or that you're going to be judged. But in order to, love yourself and respect yourself and take care of yourself, you have to uncover these hidden gifts. You have to let out what you've been holding back. I think some of you, like there's musical notes here, so for some of you, you could be a musician, you could be a singer, a writer, maybe a poet. I think that you have like a really beautiful creative gift, or you just have a lot to say. You have a lot to say, a lot you want to share with others, and you're born to be a leader. You were born to show others how, like, this is you stepping out of your comfort zone, sharing, stepping up and opening up, expressing yourself, getting that gift out, sharing your story. Some of you have a story to share. Some of you, once you have this perspective shift, you're gonna want to share that. You're going to want to help lead others into that as well, to coming out of this into this. And then you will be this leader. You will be able to teach others how to do this as well, to share with others how to make this life that they want to live, how to be a part of it all. It's a really, really beautiful thing here. You are very powerful. You are very magical. And like I said before, like you really do, you have this gift. And I think for a lot of you, the gift is like people want to hear what you have to say. People want to hear your voice, whether that is through talking, singing, dancing, art of some kind, like painting or drawing or crocheting, whatever it is for you. Some of you are like maybe even actually practicing like magic, spell work, rituals, and I think just whatever it is, it's not maybe something that is a regular job. And this doesn't even need to be like your full-time job or your part-time job. It could just be something that you do just simply for the people around you, or just for fun, or just for your community. But somebody either presently or in the past has really made you doubt yourself and doubt your abilities and doubt your place in your role in all of this. Like they have made you think that it's all about you, and you need to make money so that you can pay the bills. And like somebody just really made you get into this like scarcity mindset and this like capitalism grind, I need to have a 9 to 5 and not express myself and, not like just be another like cog in the wheel. And while yes, you are just a little, speck of stardust, that doesn't mean that you don't matter. It doesn't mean that you're just like, another cog in the wheel meant to just be a low-level employee at some random company making somebody else so much money. You are meant to be a leader and show other people how interconnected they are, not how small they are, not how unimportant they are, but how important they are to this whole network of everythingness. You're meant to pull other people out of this place of feeling scared and alone and judged and small, and help them to express themselves and, express their joy, and then in turn they can go and teach people how to do the same things. And it's just this, like I said, it's just this really beautiful thing. And I feel like you were just really, really meant to be a leader, but sometimes it just doesn't really feel like that. Sometimes you're really doubting yourself and feeling, again, like small and kind of, I'm like crunching my body in because you just want to like hide, but like this, his shoulders are like in and he's hiding, but here like her chest is open, she's like her lifted up and flowing out all that she is under the light of the full moon. There's a lot that needs to be brought to light. All right. Wow, that was really beautiful, pile number 1. Again, you're just like so magical and beautiful. And the last thing I have for you is going to be, as far as cards, actually, you know what? I'm going to do charms first. I'm going to just get a few charms. So pile number 1. Okay. We have the rubber band, which I feel like for me represents like flexibility, adaptability. We have the 10 of Wands, so yes, again, like very kind of chaotic energy right now. I do feel like there are some arguments, there's some tension between you and somebody else. There is an M and an H, so maybe the person or people that you are having attention with, this could be initials of theirs or a certain word, HM, MH, a mixture. Oh wow, that's so beautiful. You got the mermaid, and we are using the mermaid tarot, so that's just really beautiful. But again, like, mermaids use their beautiful voices to sing, and they're really beautiful. Like that's just all that I can say is like this mermaid, I just imagine her like sitting on the rocks singing her song and not caring who hears, and just really like expressing herself and finding joy and believing in her magic. And again, you could be a her, him, they, or them, gender, whatever your gender pronouns or preference is. Always correct me if I say something wrong or if I should say something a different way, please. I try very hard to be inclusive and respectful of everybody on my channel. But I love that you got the witch on the broom right on top of the high priestess, and I just feel like, again, this is just a message that like you are meant to soar, you are meant to fly, you are not meant to, be hiding your beliefs, hiding your feelings and your gifts. You are meant to be like flying across the full moon in the night sky on your broom so that everybody knows. Like I said, for maybe some of you, like maybe you're a witch and maybe you are scared, like you're wanting to do something. Maybe some of you want to read tarot cards. Maybe some of you want to do rituals or just share more about your spiritual journey or like your spiritual side or that something in that along those lines. And you're worried about what your family might think, what your friends might think, your followers might think. And this is just a really loud message that in order to like love yourself more and to respect yourself more and appreciate yourself more, you really have to be okay with who you are and just be who you are and not care what anybody else thinks. And the real people, not like the real ones in your life, the people who truly love you, who truly care about you, and who are supposed to be in your life for the long haul, they will accept you no matter what. And they will love you no matter what. Some of them may choose to not, partake in whatever it is that you're doing, but like I said, the people who love you for you are going to be so amazed by your gift, and you're going to be a leader and encourage them to then share their own gifts, their own passions, their own thoughts and feelings, and then, like I said, that will just be a ripple effect for everyone in their lives and their lives and their lives. So when you love yourself, pile number one, it has such a profound, magical ripple effect on everybody in the world, everybody in the universe, everybody and everything. You are so important to us all. So thank you for sharing your gift. Thank you for leading with love and passion and expression. Now last but not least, I'm going to just shuffle out a bunch of I am positive affirmations. Okay, so we have, I have the power to create change. We grow beautifully in our own way. I know my worth. Yes, you do. I believe in myself. Yes, that's a big one. Get a few more for you. I am who I want to be. I love that for you. I am valuable. Yes, you are. Last one, flowers bloom when I smile. Oh, that's so beautiful. Pile number one. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna spread these apart just in case you want to take a screenshot so you can continue to say these things to yourself, to believe in yourself, believe these things for yourself. Thank you so much, pile number one, for letting me read for you today. If nobody has told you today, I love you. I appreciate you. You're so worthy and valuable. I believe in you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your gift. If you liked this video, make sure to like it. If this resonated, I would love to hear that in the comments. I love feedback on my readings, and if you want to see videos from me in the future, please subscribe so you can see some more, hear some more, and yeah, so it is never expected but always appreciated. I have my Cash App and Venmo linked down below if you would like to tip me for today's services. It just helps a little bit, but again, not expected at all. I love what I do here, and yeah, so thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose this lovely little chunk of amethyst, this is going to be your reading for self-love and self-care and confidence and all of that good stuff. I just want to give you a hug if you like hugs. Sending a virtual hug if you accept it. If you don't, that's okay. Alright, let's see what Moonology Manifestation Oracle card you've got. Be proud of yourself. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Oh my gosh, I love that already. I love that so much. Again, let me just virtual hug, pat on the back if you will accept. At least let me give you a round of applause because you should be so proud of yourself. I don't know what for, but be proud of yourself. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Just leave that there for now. Let's also get a Starseed Oracle. I said this already in pile number 1, but I am new to this deck. I've had it for quite some time now, but today is my first time actually using them, so I will be reading from the book on this one for pile number 2, self-love messages. Okay, they're really making me work for this one, pile number 2. Feel free to okay, here we go. Ooh, fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Ooh, let's see about that. This card is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like they're in some sort of like cave in water, and this person is holding another person, and then I see a couple of like faces here. So this is just like a really, really pretty card, but let's see what the book has to say about fall into my arms. Okay. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source, but at the same time it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded, and when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life. The agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I truly lived. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That was really hard for me to get through. I was like tearing up, and now I'm like fully crying a little bit because I feel like I really feel this. Wow, it says, place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. So I'm going to put this on my heart as if I'm putting it on yours as well. And if you would like to, say this with me, please feel free. I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the Great Mother's altar and fall completely into her arms. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna apologize, actually. for crying and for feeling this, because that was just absolutely so beautiful. And wow. I'm like at a loss for words, which does not usually happen to me during readings. But I just feel like that was just such a beautiful message and really just spoke for itself. But I feel like you, pile number 2, are somebody who has gone through it. Like, you have gone through the thick of it. You have been to the absolute depths of the sea. You have been through the absolute depths of emotions and pain and vulnerability and just absolute struggle. But I feel like you are also someone who has seen very high highs. You have seen and known such beauty and such love and just such amazing, beautiful, wonderful things in this life. And I loved what it said about the pendulum. Like, you know, it swings back and forth, and you can, you know, truly say that you have lived. And I was just thinking about this today, actually, how, you know, I feel like I have been to the depths so that I can, you know, understand where people are when they are in the depths and help bring them out of that. And, you know, sometimes, you know, you come out of the depths and sometimes you slip back in, and sometimes you go to the highest highs and then you fall back down. But, you know, pile number 2, I'm just going to take a deep breath and have a sip of water real quick. I think something that you have to be really, really proud of yourself for is the fact that you are literally alive right now. The fact that you are breathing. I don't think it's been easy. I know it hasn't been easy for you. I know that. I know that, you know, I think I'm not, you know, a therapist or anything like that, so see a therapist if you need one. I have one, they're great. But I feel like pile number 2, you may be somebody who has struggled with depression, with anxiety, with, you know, a slew, like myself, of mental illness or, you know, things of that nature. You could have struggled or are struggling with eating disorders, suicidal thoughts. Sorry, I probably should have said trigger warning, but I feel like this whole pile is a massive trigger warning, so I'll go back and put that at the beginning. But you are so amazing just for still being here. I am so proud of you for being here. You should be proud of you for all that you've been through. You have struggled through so much, and you have so much to be proud of yourself for, and your guides and your ancestors and the universe, like the mother, the great mother. She, you know, the universe, I'll just say, so you can kind of put in whatever it is that you want to refer to. You are being told right now that it's time for you to just surrender and to let yourself be held by the universe, by source, by your ancestors. They are here. As much as it has seemed like you are alone and, you know, you're going through this alone, or you will always be alone, you are surrounded by so much love. You are protected. You are still here, and that is something to be so proud of yourself for. I am so glad that you're still here. I'm so glad that you are still breathing. Thank you for being here. I know that it hasn't been easy, and I say all of this because, like, trust me, I have been through all of the things that I have just mentioned. So, you know, I'm here. as well. I support you and I'm here for you. And yeah, wow, that was just really, really beautiful. And I think I'm just gonna leave those cards right now as they are, because just wow. Wow, pile number 2. I can't even believe I've never felt such strong like feelings come over me before in a reading. And I feel like that is just because, like I said, I really understand. I feel like I have similar experiences. Okay. 4 of Cups. Oh my goodness. The Star. And the High Priestess. Pile number 1 also got the High Priestess, so if you are somebody who was thinking about possibly picking pile number 1 as well, you may want to go back and watch that one, but you do not have to by any means. So right off the bat, with the 4 of Cups being here, everything that I just said makes a whole lot of sense. I think that you are somebody who has really struggled in the past, or you could be currently struggling, or you know, sometimes you fall back into struggle. Again, I really want to reiterate that I am not a professional, like a licensed professional. I'm not a therapist, so I really think, you know, if any of these things are something that you are needing professional help with, please seek that out. I'm a big advocate for that. If you have access, these readings are not meant to be that, so I just want to clarify. But I feel like some of you may be struggling or have struggled with substances, whether that be adult beverages like this person in the card, could be with, you know, smoking, vaping. I just recently quit vaping. I am 6 days without vaping today, and it was not easy. It was very hard, and I have also struggled in the past with other things. I'm not going to go into detail, but there are actually various other things that I have struggled with. I will mention, I think I already did say this a little bit, but I struggle with eating disorders. So, you know, this could mean a lot of different things, but I feel like for some of you, you could very well be still struggling with this, even if you have moved past these things. Like, even if you have quit something, or you are seeking help for something, or whatever it is, like, it's still always an ongoing, you know, process. You're still always going to be healing from this and growing from this. And, you know, I think some of you feel really guilty about whatever it is, that whatever coping mechanism that you were using to help you through these very difficult, rough times. You feel really guilty. You may get really down on yourself. But again, you're really being like spoken to right now by your guides, by the universe, that you need to be proud of yourself, because you still are here and you are recognizing your, you know, patterns. You are wanting to make a change. You are wanting to make a difference, even if you're still struggling with taking the step to actually stop doing something. Just at least be proud of yourself that you're still like alive. You're still here and you're trying, you're doing your absolute best, okay? And yeah, so some of you, like, you could be in this right now And this reading could be a sign that it is time to seek professional help for, possible addictions, possible, mental health things. And for some of you, I feel like you have begun your journey in working on and through those things. So either way, you have a lot to be proud of yourself for. And I feel like with the High Priestess and the Star, these are both really beautiful, really magical, and really powerful cards. I feel like with the Star, this is really a sign of your new beginning, your hope. And I feel like after, an experience like this, after maybe even a whole lifetime of experiences like this, or a long period of time, or even just like a few weeks even of this kind of time, it can really, get you down, like sometimes really, really down, to the point where you don't even like want to be here anymore. But I feel like right now is just the beginning of, it's a new beginning. Like so much is turning around for you. A wish of yours is coming true. There's a new start. You're being offered a new start and a new chance to move forward in the direction of your dreams. You're going to be answering a call. Maybe it's a literal phone call, but you're going to be answering a call, like a deep call from within, to move away from this and to step into your power, to step into your magic. I feel like it's been a while since you felt like this magical, intuitive, in touch person who, works with the moon or dances under the moon and just really enjoys life and knows what's up and works with the elements and, is a leader in their community and to their friends and to their family of, just pure magic. And like deep down you are this person, but it's just been a really long time since you felt that way. But I really feel like as you move away from these, unhealthy coping mechanisms, when you realize that there is help around you, there are people who are willing to support you, to help you out, whether that be friends, family, a neighbor, or like I said, for some of you, it probably should be a professional of some kind, but there is help around you. There are resources for you. And I like all of this I say, like I'm very gently and very much like I know that this is all much easier said than done. Take it from someone who has, dealt with and struggled with mental health issues my entire life for the last, probably for at least the last, I don't even know, like how old am I? Probably at least 15 years now. I have struggled with depression, with anxiety, with eating disorders, with addictions of many different kinds. So, there are people around you. Again, whether that's professional or just like support people, there are people around you, but those people can't save you. They cannot save you. They are there for when you decide to look up and realize that they're there, for when you decide to seek them out. This mermaid in the background, she's not waving her hands up and down and shouting, and she's not gonna come over here and pick him up and take the bottles away and drag him into the water. No, she's waiting there for him to look up and realize, okay, I want to do something different. Okay, I don't want to sit here in this anymore. Because that is something that has been a huge part of my personal journey, and so that's why I'm feeling just really called to share about mine at this time, and hopefully it can help you understand or inspire you a little bit. But that is something really, really big and something really loud for some of you right now, is that nobody is going to come and save you. Nobody is going to come take the bottle out of your hand, like literally for some of you. No one's gonna take that vape away from you. No one's gonna pick you up and take you to therapy. Like, you have to pick yourself up. You have to choose, like, every day, just little by little, to take steps towards, you know, letting people, like, to surrendering to the people around you who want to help, and let them hold you, to the universe, to your guides. Let them hold you, let them support you, let the resources in that are all around you. All right? Okay, I'm going to now get a few charms for you, pile number 2. Okay, wow, oh my gosh. So immediately I saw this angel wing, and then there is another angel wing. So seriously, you guys, there could be, I'm also, like, my sleeve just moved, and this is my hummingbird tattoo. That represents my great grandma, who always comes to visit me as a hummingbird, and you got these 2 wings. So this is a very, 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 very loud message that you have a loved one who passed away, who is here right now, letting you know that they love you and that they're here for you, and you can fall back into them. They're holding you, they're supporting you. They want you to lean on them. They want you to know that they are here and they love you. They didn't want you to just know that once. They didn't want you to just know that twice, but they wanted you to know 3 times over that they love you and they're here. They see you, they support you. They are here and they want you to know it, okay? That is so beautiful. And again, this charm that says, I love you to the moon and back. Like, they love you so much and they're here. That's so beautiful. Like, I love when that happens. And I feel like that is probably a reason why I felt so emotional with this, is because we have some guides, we have some ancestors, we have some loved ones who have passed away, who are coming in today, like, saying, like, oh my goodness, like, they might not have known how bad it was, you know, if this is a loved one who passed away more recently. Maybe they didn't know all of the things that you were going through, and now they do. And now they're here to be like, I can be here for you in ways that I couldn't have been when I was, you know, in my physical form on earth, because now I know, and now I can just literally support you and be there for you and help you in ways that are unseen that I couldn't have before. Maybe you look up at the stars and you see them. It's just really beautiful. So beautiful. Like, I'm not gonna let myself cry again, but you got the 2 of Swords. So I feel like maybe there is some sort of decision that you've been going back and forth with. And as I'm saying that, the first thing that comes to my mind is maybe you have been considering calling something quits, as I was many a time for a while. Maybe you've been kind of grappling with, like, oh, I should stop doing this, but I don't want to, and, you know, this is kind of a sign to maybe consider it. I think that you probably know what the right choice is, but no judgment, and always give yourself grace, and remember that sometimes you can stop something and might happen to do it again. And again, that's why it's important to seek professional help or support from people around you who know the specifics of your situation. So I'll just leave that there. And then you also got the key, and I really feel like this is not, maybe for some of you this could represent like the key to a physical place, but I feel like for a lot of you, like maybe this reading could be the key that you needed to kind of unlock this new beginning, or something is going to happen very soon that is really just gonna like all make it click for you, and you're going to really be able to open your eyes and embrace this star moment. You have just had the Tower. Even though we didn't get the Tower, what comes before the Star card in the tarot is the Tower card, and you have just had a major Tower moment, or have had lots of major Tower moments, and I feel like something is just going to be like, it's like just like the key is going to get placed in and turned, and the door is just going to open to surrender, to just being able to really just like see all of the magic and the power and the support and the divine energy around you from Source, Universe, Mama Earth, your guides, could even be like multiple guides of yours, or ancestors, or passed away loved ones. There's just so much here. And again, like, sometimes life can get really, really low. Sometimes it can get really, really dark. But also remember, it can be really, really beautiful. It can be really bright. You can have those highs as well. All right. So last but not least, pile number 2, I'm going to just get a bunch of positive affirmations for you. I am capable. Yes, you are. I feel like you are capable of quitting. Okay. I am proud of my decisions. Ooh. Yes. Are you? Are you proud of your decisions? I am proud of my decisions. I am capable. Flowers bloom when I smile. Oh, that's so sweet. Again, pile number 1 got that. So if you felt called to pile number 1, you might want to check that out. I am powerful and fearless. I love that with the High Priestess. My potential is endless. Yes, it is, with the Star. Love that. Okay, I'm gonna get a couple more, one more at least. Okay. I am proud of who I've become. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful, with be proud of yourself. So if you want to like screenshot that so you can remember these things and say them to yourself and believe these things, please feel free to do so. But I just really love that. I'm proud of my decisions. I'm proud of who I've become. My potential is endless. I'm powerful and fearless. I'm capable. Flowers bloom when I smile. Yes, pile number 2. This was pretty, heavy, but if nobody has told you today, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I am so glad that you are still here. I'm so happy that you're alive. And pretty soon, you're not just going to be alive and surviving, but you're going to be thriving, okay? Thank you so much, pile number 2, for letting me read for you today. If you like this video, please like it. If this resonated, please leave me a comment. I love to hear feedback on my readings. And if you would like to hear more readings in the future, then you could subscribe if you wanted to. It is never expected, but it is always appreciated. I have my Cash App and my Venmo linked down below if you'd like to tip me for today's services. It helps a little bit, but obviously, you know, never expected at all. I love what I do here. What else? I think that's it. I hope to read you again. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much, pile number 2. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Last but certainly not least, if you chose the rough around the edges rose quartz, I feel like that's how I would describe myself almost. Sorry, let me make sure that's focused. For some reason today it's having a really hard time with the brightness and the focusing, but anyway, before I flip over the Moonology Oracle manifestation card, I just wanted to say that I would really like for you to get nice and comfortable. Before I started recording, I really just felt the need to like move my body in some circles, move my arms like a little jellyfish in the ocean. Like my arms are just like a tree swaying through the wind. I'm doing it right now, just like rolling my shoulders back and forward. I feel like possibly something that could be really good for your self-love and self-care is moving your body more. Maybe starting a yoga practice or going on walks or even just simple stretches. I've been going to aerial and pole classes lately, so maybe you want to try something like that. I feel like it's not only been good for my physical health, but my mental health, my spiritual health. I've been really connecting with a lot of amazing people and getting myself out there, so you know, I feel like there was a reason why I felt the need to share that, and it was probably because somebody needed to hear it or have the idea thrown their way. So also stay hydrated. I'm pretty hydrated, but I just felt kind of thirsty right now, so take a drink of water, pause, take a drink of water, and remember to stay hydrated, my friends, especially if you're going to start moving your body. Alright, so let's get started with the cards. You have Attend to the Details, last quarter moon in Virgo. Alright, and then I wanted to get a Starseed Oracle, and these cards are not new to me. I've had them for a while, but I have never used them before, so I will be reading the book on this card. For pile number 3, self-love messages. Okay, very interesting. Pile number 1 also got perspective, and I gave this a pretty good shuffle, so I will go ahead and read to you. And that's very interesting because it says attend to the details here, but on this card it says none of this matters, zoom out, common ground. But I'm gonna go ahead and read the Starseed Oracle from the book for you. Okay, take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective. Shift your point of view and zoom out, out, out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, pillaging the land and setting ourselves up for eventual distinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed. We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most of the things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the known universe, and the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in this fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. Whew. That last part. And then it says, how are you being called to change your perspective? So right away, again, very interesting with attend to the details, but also zoom out. And I feel like what this is trying to say is that you're being called to attend to the right details. I feel like you are focusing so much on the little things that don't matter. Whatever that means for you. Maybe it's like spending too much money on groceries, but like you need to eat. Or maybe you're getting into like petty arguments, or falling into drama or gossip, or paying too much attention to the news. Like, I feel like you're just focusing a lot maybe right now on the wrong things. And so what these cards like together are trying to say is like, zoom out and see the bigger picture of life and all that is. But when you do zoom in, make sure that you are zooming in to the things that really matter. Attend to the details of your garden or your home, your body. Attend to the details of your close relationships and your connections with others, and attend to the details of how you are, a piece to this puzzle that is everything. Because even though you are, a small speck of stardust, you still make up everything that is. You still are a piece to the puzzle. So again, like when you are focusing on things, make sure that they are the things that matter. Don't get caught up in petty drama. Don't get caught up in arguments and in, money matters and things that don't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards. I have the Mermaid Tarot here to just kind of get some more. Okay, let me go ahead and give this a good shuffly shuffle. For pile number 3, self-love messages. Okay. We had a few cards fall out. So we have the 2 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. All right. So yes, I think that with the 5 of Swords right away, it kind of is making me feel like, you may be a little bit of playing into the victim, and you may very well be a victim. You may have been a victim of something in the past of some varying degree, so I'm not taking that away from you at all. But I feel like you're focusing like too much on, like I was saying, like the drama. You're focusing too much on, this little cut that you got while you were playing games and you're focusing on, how bad it hurts, and that, this other mermaid did this to you, and how could they, and that, like, you're really focused on that. But what you're not focused on is that it was an accident, that you were playing a game, that you very well could have hurt somebody else, that this penguin is here to comfort you and to help you, and that you will be okay. It's just a little cut. It's not that serious. It doesn't matter. So I don't know, that's just like a little example in what I'm seeing, like, on this card. I feel like, again, you're just paying attention, you're really focusing in on things that are just like trivial, and they don't matter in the grand scheme of life. I feel like you are probably having some sort of disagreement with someone, and you feel like you were so hurt, and maybe you really were, maybe you were really, really hurt, maybe somebody hurt you really bad, and you don't have to forgive them or talk to them or have them in your life. But what I'm trying to say is, stop just focusing on this. It's time for you to move on, because, again, there are other details of other things that need to be attended to. There is this grand journey that needs to be, you need to prepare for this, big adventure, this new, like, journey ahead. So you can't be focused on this little cut that you have. You can't be focused on this little hurt. You can't be focused on these petty things. You need to start healing from that, start forgiving, use your intuition and your judgment on that, but you need to move on. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore, but you need to move on from this. And because there is something coming up that is going to require quite a bit of energy from you. It's going to take up a lot of your energy, a lot of your time, a lot of your creative power, and you're going to need all of your energy. You're going to need to focus on that rather than focusing on the details of the past. You're really focusing on the past and past hurts and past things that no longer serve you, and you're really holding on to those things, but it's only hurting you further. And like I said, you're paying attention to the wrong things. You're looking backwards when you should be looking forward, and that is really the perspective that you need to shift into. Like, none of these small little things matter right now. Like, when you get a paper cut, in the grand scheme of your life, probably not what you're going to remember. I mean, maybe if it's like a really bad paper cut, you might remember it, but, like, really, it doesn't matter. If you stub your toe, does that matter? In the moment, yes, but when you later on in the day go, start this grand side quest adventure, no, you're not thinking about your stubbed toe anymore. And if you are, it's going to hinder the adventure that's ahead. Maybe you're gonna, like, go on a beautiful bike ride up a mountain, but if you're still thinking about how you stubbed your toe, then you're just gonna be miserable the whole time. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, like, for your, I think maybe, I've said this in other piles, but you could use the help from a professional person, possibly, to work through some of this past hurt and trauma and whatnot that you've got going on here to help you move forward. Because, again, I said this before and I'll say it again, I am not a licensed professional, I'm not a therapist, and this is not meant to be that. I'm just channeling here. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I just really feel like, again, I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. Chloe Taylor always says it, that she's not Willy Wonka, she's not going to sugarcoat things. So I'll take a page from her book. I'm not going to sugarcoat this right now. You've been in this feel sorry for me kind of a place, and for the love of yourself, for your self-care, for your mental health, it would probably be a good idea to stop feeling so sorry for yourself. There are so many other things to put your energy into, to focus on, to there's just so much more to this little bit of hurt and things that are going on right now. And in the grand scheme of things, it's just not going to matter. I can't remember exactly what she said, but Sahara Rose in one of her podcasts said, and it really, it was a little bit controversial, but it really spoke to me, that it is really such a privilege that a lot of us have to be sad. Like, some people in some places, like, they don't have the option of sitting around and dwelling on the past or past hurts or just like being sad and all of that, because like life has to go on. Like, there's sadness all around them, there's pain and hurt and unfairness all around them in much, much worse ways than a simple little cut on the hand. There are people who are watching wars outside of their home, who their home becomes a part of the war. Like, there are just so much bigger things happening than whatever it is that you are like harping on and on about right now. And I know this is supposed to be like self-love and self-care and like how to better love yourself and respect yourself, but I really feel like this makes a lot of sense to me, is like, to better love yourself, you have to realize that you are not this hurt, broken person. You are whole. And with the King of Pentacles, like, that is a really beautiful way to kind of tie this all together, is that like you have your needs met. You have your needs met already, and like you're still here. You've never it's hard to put it into words, but like, things have been hard, you've had struggles, but you're here still. Your needs are always going to be met, and more so if you're willing to get out of this victim mentality and you're ready to step into this new adventure and this new passion, and to really just like zoom out and look at the whole picture and attend to the details, attend to, again, like I said this in the beginning, make sure that what you are focusing on is what you want, and focus on and be grateful for the things that you want to call more of into your life. Like, I don't know, this King of Pentacles is just like staring at me. Like, he's got his flower crown, he's got his pentacle ring on, like, he's ballin'. He's good, like, and he knows it. And you need to know that as well. That's what perspective really needs to shift, is like, you are not like, you're not, stop telling yourself like, oh, I'm so broke and I'm damaged and I'm hurt and I'm depressed and I'm this and I'm that, because that is just a those are just, I say that because I myself have struggled, and this I think I'm having a hard time explaining it because I want to be like respectful, and again, I'm not a therapist and I'm not like a licensed professional, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But you're just really like being a victim of your circumstances rather than realizing like how supported you really are. How many prayers or wishes or like things that you have asked for or wanted are like yours already. You're still here. Like, like your needs are being met, but like you need to attend to the details. And like, if you're feeling like you're having a hard time with your needs being met, maybe there's something that you need to look at, a different way that you can adjust your finances. Maybe there's, something, a different job that you could get, or maybe there is a different way of living that you could try, or like you just have to stop feeling so sorry for yourself, because I feel like you do see like this way out of whatever it is, but you're too stuck feeling like, oh, I'm too broken, or I'm too lazy, or I'm not good enough, or I'm never gonna have what I want, or things always go bad. Like your inner critic and your inner like bitch, your inner person that is like not nice to yourself, and just really again focusing on the past and your past circumstances and past patterns and habits, is really stopping yourself from seeing like how much is right in front of you. And again, you need to shift your perspective from this to like focusing on what it is that you are wanting to call in, because you already have so much around you, so much beauty around you, so much abundance. Your needs, like it's all there, but you just have to like shift your perspective to actually be able to see that, because right now you're just looking at all these little like minor things. Some of them might even be some big things, but again, your guides, your ancestors, spirit guides are really calling you to like change that perspective up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take my flannel off. Damn, this is getting deep. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just like out here speaking the truth to you. I definitely feel like it's something that you've been needing to hear. Okay, so pile number 3, you got the Fool, the Worry Doll, you got a T, letter T, that could be an initial or a word could come to mind that means something to you. Mask, you've got the 3 of Cups, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, love to see that, 7 of Cups, Queen of Wands, and you got the Witch with her cauldron. Okay, so yeah, so definitely there have been a lot of worries, possibly like I was just saying, like maybe worries about finances, and I really feel like with the King of Pentacles being here and the Queen of Pentacles, like you don't have anything to truly be worried about. Like you're worrying, but you should not be. You should not be worried, and the worry is what's causing more things to be worried about. But if you would just stop worrying, then like I'm so thirsty, pile number 3 with you. Like y'all really need to drink some water because I am so thirsty while doing your reading, even though I've been drinking water all day and throughout this whole reading. Okay, yeah, so with the Mask, I'm feeling like, yes, you are hiding behind the past, you're hiding behind these hurts, and it's really time for you to take the mask off, to be vulnerable again, to put yourself out there again, to open up to new possibilities, and to attend to these details that are important. And I feel like with the Witch's like cauldron right now and the web behind, I'm really feeling like what's coming to my mind is community and connecting, reconnecting. I feel like you are really closed off to other people because of past hurts with other people, whether that's friends, family, partners, lovers, whatever that is for you. I just really feel like you're very closed off to other people because of these past hurts, but you are being called to for to better love yourself I feel like, and for your self-care and to appreciate yourself more, I feel like you should be around other people so you can love other people as well. And again, like, to zoom out and kind of find common ground with other people, to make connections. With the Three of Cups being here, oh my gosh, that's not the Three of Cups, that is the Nine of Cups, which is beautiful. That's like a wish, that is a wish being granted. So I really see a lot of things probably for you turning around with your finances. With the Seven of Cups, that's like a lot of opportunity. So I really feel like, again, with like the Two of Wands as well, like there is something coming up that is a huge opportunity for you, possibly in finances, possibly with like a job or a creative project that you have been thinking about. Like, attend to those details, because an opportunity is really coming up. Something that you've been calling in is coming, and there's going to be lots of opportunity, but you have to, you know, again, stop with this worrying, connect with others, network, and share, because I think that may be where you find these opportunities. You could have been trying to manifest some sort of job opportunity or creative like opportunity, or like just straight up money or your bills being paid, but I think that it's going to come from something that has to do with being connected to other people. You got the Queen of Wands, so again, like with the Two of Wands, I feel like you're really about to, like, with this perspective shift and all of these things, like, you're going to have a lot more creative energy, creative flow once you release a lot of these blocks. And you're really being called to, like, whenever I see this witch on the broom, I think, was it pile number 2? Another pile got the witch on the broom. It may have been pile number 1 or 2, I'm not sure. So if you were called to any other piles, definitely go check that out. But you are meant to be like this witch on the broom, flying above it all. Like, you're above this drama, you are above this hurt from the past, and like I feel like with the perspective card and the witch like flying above, it's really a good like opportunity for her to see everything from above, to zoom out, to kind of like see the bigger picture, gain a new perspective from above. And with the Fool, I feel like you're really just being called to, at this time, like, with the perspective shift as well, like, just approach life with like that you've never lived it before. Like, approach life and everything that you do and experience like you've never experienced it before. Like, when you wake up tomorrow, or even after this video, like when you go to walk, pretend like it's your first time experiencing walking and really feel your feet. Pretend like you've never tried whatever food you're gonna eat next, or like you have never gone swimming, or you've never jumped up and down. Like, just be really excited for any opportunity that comes your way, for any new people that you meet. Like, what I'm really thinking of, like, with this Fool right now is like, approach your relationships and approach life like you haven't experienced these past hurts, because not everybody moving forward in your life is there to hurt you. Not every situation is going to hurt you or fall through or cause you so much distress and pain and suffering. Like, this upcoming journey, like, life is meant to be lived, and sometimes it's painful and hard, but sometimes it's also really beautiful and abundant and lovely and amazing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there, pile number 3, as far as these cards, but I am going to now pull for you a bunch of positive affirmations to wrap it up. I am valuable. Yes, you are. I am valuable. Happiness looks gorgeous on me. I love that. With everything I just said, happiness looks gorgeous on me. Looks a lot more gorgeous than that. Happiness looks gorgeous on me. I am valuable. I am becoming the best version of myself. I love that for you. The perspective shift. I am energized by my passion. Love that with the Queen of Wands. Lots of passion coming in. I am growing through every experience. Yes, see, instead of seeing all of these as like wounds and hurt and you're wounded and you're damaged, you're growing through all of these experiences. You're learning, you're growing, you're shifting, you're becoming the best version of yourself. Okay, let's see if I can get like one or two more. What do we got? Okay. I am the author of my story. Beautiful, 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 beautiful way to wrap that up. I will like leave this here so that if you want to screenshot it, you can. If you want to say these things and believe these things for yourself, because you absolutely should. Yeah, thank you so much, pile number 3. I was a little bit sassy to you. I feel like I'm sorry about that, but not sorry. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you found these messages to be resonating, that was such a weird way of putting it. If these messages resonate with you, let me know in the comments. I love hearing feedback on my readings. If you would like to see more videos and more readings from me in the future, please subscribe, maybe share with a friend if you would like. If you would like to tip me for my services today, it is never expected but always appreciated. My Cash App and my Venmo are linked down below. And yeah, thank you so much again, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.